Lisa's asking where Bonnie is. Okay. So, Lisa, where's Bonnie? Now, this is something that I might have seen with my own eyes. I mean, I didn't see her, but I did see some
Mhm.
reports and some things online about her being in jail and arrested in Bentonville, Arkansas. That seems to be like written, seems to be something that very possibly could have happened. Still related again to the case in Texas. Um, Again, we don't know, some absolute kind of there. But again, you know, take anyone's word for it, including mine. I'm telling you that I read something online about said that. I haven't seen her there. I haven't been to visit her, and I don't know. I'm hoping that, whatever
Right.
she's going through, we know that we haven't been able to reach her. Can we band somehow to fight for her somehow? Yeah, I mean, we pray for her all the time. I mean,
Yep.
the highest degree of currency that you can give somebody, and I spoke this to Bo before. I spoke this to Scott, who's going to join us in just a minute. But it's like when people ask me often if I give to charity, and I mean, I do give to charity, but I don't give to like homeless person, right? So a person on the street says, "Hey, man, can I have $1?" And I say no. And you might think that I'm not generous. However, I'm very generous. And you may think that I'm not compassionate. However, I'm very compassionate. And what I'll do instead is I'll actually stop and I'll give them something much more valuable than that dollar, which is my spiritual currency. And I will see them getting better. I will see them getting a haircut. I will see them getting out of the gutter. I will see them getting off the ground. And I will envision that in my mind and I will see it happen in reality. And I will see them getting a new suit. And then I will see them getting a car. And then I will see them drive that car to a job. And then in that job, I will see them having a wife and a family and getting their life, whatever mental disability that happened to them, I will see them getting cured of that.
Mhm.
And that's all we can really band together and do. We
So
can't,
I
yeah.
have a funny. It's so
So, yes,
something I was sharing with my dad.
sure.
Ronald Reagan.
Yep.
He's and I basically Ronald Reagan was talking about this story of this young girl, and she was with her parents. She's about 9, 10 years old, and she said, "Mr. President, I really like you." He said, "Thank you. Well, what do you want to do when you get older?" She said, "Well, I want to be the president." And he said, "Well, why would you like to be the president?" She said, "So that I can do something about the homeless and make sure that they have food and water and stuff like." He said, "Well, you can do that right now." And she said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, you can come over to my house, you can mow the lawn, you can sweep my driveway, and I will pay you $50. And then you can take that, $50. I will personally drive you to the grocery store to pick up the goods for this homeless guy and deliver it to him, and you can do that." And she said, "Well, why doesn't he just," because she thought about it for a second, and she said, "Well, why doesn't he just come over and mow your yard and sweep your driveway and make that $50 and provide for himself?" And his response was, "Welcome to the Republican Party." And it's funny because at the end of that, he said her parents won't speak to him even to this day. So whether or not that was a true story, but think about that for a second. I mean, that's so true. Now here's the thing. I like being led by the Spirit when I give. And so
Yep.
I like, giving out of the abundance of my heart. And I will say this, I can attest to that in Adam. Adam is very giving, mostly of, you know, his time, even when he shouldn't sometimes.
Yeah.
And I know David's the exact same way. And right
Way,
now, you
way
know,
too much.